Well, hello, my everyone. It's Mr. Shigo here. Today we're going to be reviewing this movie called, well, Holly Rockabye Baby. This is a sequel to, the Flintstones, Yabba Dabba Doo. And today we're going to be reviewing this, movie called Holly Rockabye Baby. This one came out in 1993, the same year that Yabba Dabba Doo came out. And today we are going to be talking about this movie, which involves Pebbles and Bam Bam, who moved to Hollyrock, which is a Flintstones parody of Hollywood, as they are about to have their own baby. Now, however, the Flintstones decide to go visit, Pebbles and Bam Bam so they can be there for the birth of their first child. Well, Pebbles and Bam Bam's first child. However, a lot of the time there is a sequel to it which is called A Flintstone Family Christmas, which I'll review that one when Christmas season comes around again. But with this movie, I personally remembered watching this film back as a kid in the early 2000s because this one was honestly a pretty good film. And this one, it involves, Pebbles being pregnant, and it's really good. It's a really good movie, especially for something that came out in the 90s. I mean, the animation is pretty good and stuff. However, it you with these movies and stuff, you don't really get to see that really in the 90s in kid shows like you would ever hear a character's about to have a baby, but you don't see the pregnancy very much. But in this one, there is a lot of pregnancy dialogue that is in this movie. There's like a lot of pregnancy related dialogue that is in this film, and the fact that it's a sequel to, Holly Rockabye Baby, a sequel to, um I Yabba Dabba Doo. It's a pretty good sequel. I mean, the animation was drawn really good, especially for something that came out in the 1990s. I mean, as many as people would say that there is a lot of great concept art about, these promotion posters, that came out in the 90s if you're around back in the day. And I'm surprised that this movie dealt with the subject matter of pregnancy. Like it dealt with pregnancy very well. I mean, I know some kids' TV shows like Sesame Street dealt with the subject matter of pregnancy, but you rarely see or hear anybody pregnant in these kind of shows. I mean, I remember watching this film back when I was a kid in the early 2000s, and I have this movie on my DVD, so I just recently watched it. And honestly, it's a really good movie. I mean, it's got Michael Bell, the voice actor who is, Drew Pickles in the Rugrats, the 90s series. He's playing Mr. Pyrite. Honestly, that's a pretty cool character that he played as. And of course, we get, some characters like, basically the Flintstones, they go, to go wait for, the birth of Pebbles and Bam Bam's twins. And while they were there, of course, Bam Bam wants to sell his script so he can become famous in that. So while that is going on, they do all these, there's like a lot of shenanigans of, the Flintstone shenanigans that they go through there. So honestly, it reveals later on at the end, near the end of the movie, that Pebbles was actually pregnant with twins. Honestly, that's a really great treat because most of the time you don't see these, pregnancy or anything like that in, these movies from the 90s. I mean, you were lucky to hear that they were having a baby, but you don't really get to see too much of it, even back in the day, because honestly, while this is a really great movie from the 90s, I personally really thought this was enjoyable, and it still is. Even as an adult, I still find this movie to be well made and done. It's a pretty good movie. And for any of you guys who are wondering, where can I get this? You can actually get it on Amazon because Warner Archive released the Flintstones Hollyrock-A-Bye Baby on DVD in Region 1 as part of their Hanna-Barbera Classics collection in 2012. And however, though, the thing is Warner Bros. Home Entertainment gave it, a release of Flintstones 2 movies and 5 specials. You can get that one with that as well. However, this movie was released on, VHS by Turner Home Entertainment in the 90s in the UK and Australia, but it was never released in America at that time. But here's the thing. There was some controversy when it came to, these type of films, because the thing is though is that the sequel is considered to be very difficult to syndicate after the original broadcast that came out in the 1990s, 1993 when it was premiered, because it was due to the subject matter of pregnancy and childbirth, which honestly I think this one did cover really well because you don't get to see that very often. However, it aired on Cartoon Network and Boomerang as their usual part of their Mother's Day special, program in the early 2000s. However, it never reigned again since then. I think the people who made the Flintstones were the creators, not the creators, but like the people that own it, like the Flintstones cartoon. I think they were just hesitant to put it on TV or something. I don't know. Maybe they are, are hesitant to put it on TV because it dealt with the subject matter of pregnancy, but that's just my guess. I don't know. It's still a pretty good film. I personally really enjoy it, and I recommend it for anybody who is, a fan of the Flintstones because honestly, I loved this movie back when I was a kid. It was a pretty funny movie. Like it's funny and stuff, but I'm surprised that, you don't see this in video stores cuz it dealt with the subject matter of pregnancy. That's just my guess, but I don't really know. I think that could be why they were hesitant on releasing this on film. But yeah, you don't really see, these kind of movies that dealt with that subject matter. But it's still a pretty good film. And I really agree with a lot of people. If you are a Flintstones fan, say, why aren't they showing this again? Well, I think maybe they're just hesitant to put it on, TV because of the subject matter of pregnancy. I don't know. That's just my guess. But anyway, the animation's drawn really good, especially for something that came out in the 1990s. I mean, it's well made, it's well drawn, really excellent, and it's a pretty good, continuation of the Flintstones, showing, Pebbles and Bam Bam growing up and stuff like that. It's really good because you don't get this pretty good movies nowadays because most of the movies they get more depressing, whenever it came with movies, TV shows, books, music, television, etc. But I do recommend Hollyrock-A-Bye Baby. If you're a kid in the 90s, I highly recommend who were in the 90s saying this, I recommend you get this movie and watch it again. It's definitely something I can really say that it's one of my childhood favorites. I mean, I've always loved the Flintstones as a kid. I still do. But I'm surprised not a lot of people review this movie, but hopefully maybe someday someone might review this movie. But who really knows? I remember one YouTuber by the name of the Chipmunk. He's not on YouTube unfortunately anymore, but when he did pregnancy movie reviews, this was one of them that he actually did. And honestly, when he did that, I honestly have to, say that, I really wanted to, sit there and watch the film again. That's why I got it on DVD. It's a great sequel to Holly Rockabye Baby. I Yabba Dabba Doo. You could find the one that takes place before the pregnancy, which is I Yabba Dabba Doo. But this one with the pregnancy, you cannot find it anywhere on video shelves or whatever. But the only time you'll be able to find it is on, the internet. I mean, you can't really find these like on video stores anymore. I don't even know why, but there was something about it that honestly, I guess they kind of were hesitant to put this this movie on shelves. That's just my guess, but I really don't know. But I guess with that being said, I don't have anything else, that I have to say because if I'm missing something, I want you guys to let me know what it is in the comments below. I give Holly Rockabye Baby, the Flintstones, a 10 out of 10. It's an awesome movie. It's well made. I remember watching this back when it premiered on TV, as the Mother's Day programming back in the early 2000s. Although this was definitely one of them that I used to love as a kid, especially with the animation done in the 90s. I highly recommend it for anybody who is a fan of the Flintstones and stuff. And do I recommend this movie? Yes. I highly recommend this movie to anybody who is a Flintstones lover and stuff. And even cartoon lover like myself. I'm loved cartoons like the Flintstones, Scooby Doo and stuff. And I highly recommend you guys check out this movie, Hollyrock-A-Bye Baby. You will not be disappointed once you see it. I mean, it's got great cast, it's got great animation, the characters are great, and I love how this is a continuation to, well, the Flintstones. I love how this is a continuation. So, anyways, I guess that's pretty much all I have to say. But if I'm missing something, please let me know what it is in the comments below because I don't think I'm missing anything. But if I am, let me know what it is in the comments below. So, I guess with that being said, what did you guys think of this movie? Did you like it? Did you not? Also, what we have done person to help make the movie a lot better? Feel free to let me know what you guys think in the comments below. As always, I'm the Lion Queen. I want to thank you so much for enjoying this video. If you're new to my channel, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. Ring the bell for notifications to when I upload, so that way you guys will not miss an upload. As always, I am Miss Dark Shigo. Be sure to follow my main channel known as the Lion Queen. If you have not done so, be sure you do so. And as always, I guess I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out. And like always, if I'm missing anything, let me know what it is in the comments, and I'll see you all next time.